I'm at 598 Twilight Lane in Sugarcreek Township, Ohio, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're mainly looking for any structural issues, anything that would be concerning to the buyer. The access is a floor clean out on the right front floor of the basement, right next to where the water line comes in. So it's on the right side of the house, but towards the front. And so we're going to go both directions. We're going to try to go upstream first from here and go back inside the house and under the floor, and then we will turn and go downstream or out towards the main. So let's see first. Does not want to. It's hitting a little ledge there. There we go. It takes a little bit of help there. Usually has a little lip when you're going downstream. It drops off, but trying to go upstream, you're hitting up against the connection of two pipes together. So. Comes in, turns, goes towards the back of the house, and it's going to pick up a stack on the right side and one on the left, and then should go into a floor drain eventually. So there is the stack coming from the right. And there is the stack coming from the left. That's what those connections are. Very close. We should be coming back and should end up going into a floor drain. There's a Y. And so this is where that floor drain comes in, I bet. Yeah. So what happens is, push all the way back to the end of it. What happens is this stuff just kind of sits, because the only thing that comes through here is the condensate from the HVAC. There we are. None of this is actually, we're going to go ahead and see, but yeah, here's that floor drain I was talking about. And that's why it just kind of sits in here. The only thing that comes through here, that's why it looks so nasty, but the only thing that comes through here is the condensate line. And so the minerals and stuff that are in that make it nasty, because it doesn't really get flushed out well. You can see it doesn't get a whole lot of speed as it comes through here. It's kind of drips in a little at a time, so you don't get, like in a normal line, you get toilet flushes, showers, laundry, all that stuff that would come through there, where in this case all this stuff is just like minerals and stuff that the water kind of sits there. And pretty normal to have the line be flat like this underneath the floor. Sometimes it helps to see, got something on the front of the camera there. Yeah. Sometimes it helps to dump some stuff down that line to flush it out. Probably be the best bet. But see, from here on out, this is where the last connection is. And so from here on out, this actually gets flow right around in here. And so if we turn on the upstairs bathroom, which I'm going to go do, that way we can witness what's going on, and that way you can see the water come through here better. So I'm going to pause the video and run some water. Okay, so you can see, that's what I was talking about how we're you get that water coming through here and it flushes all that stuff out. And so that's all I was doing. My camera breaks it loose. And we already looked at all this line, but as we're pulling back, you'll see it obviously will build up in front of my camera, but all this looked good. I just kind of wanted to show how where that comes in. It's the furthest back bathroom, and so sometimes it helps to flush out that condensate line maybe with a bucket of water, or some people drain when they maintenance their hot water heater. You can drain your hot water heater into it, and that'll help flush it out. We looked at all this, and this was already good. And so with the water coming back against the camera, now as we're at the clean out, we're going to go downstream and out towards the street to take a look at that. And now that we're going with the flow, we shouldn't have all that water rushing up against the camera and obscuring the view. We'll let that run to kind of watch to see how it acts. So on the inside they use Schedule 40, which is a white PVC, and when it exits they use this green PVC, which is called SDR 35. And so it's more of it's a different rating system basically is all it is. They're about the same thickness, pipe wall thickness and all that. Camera installed there. See how the line is kind of zigzagging. A lot of times they do that when you need to get deep in a hurry. You can see the pitch in the bottom left hand corner. It shows you what angle the camera's at, and a 12 or 13 degree angle. It's pretty heavy for a sewer line. The minimum is about 1%. This thing is getting pretty deep in a hurry. So the sewer main must be really deep. So far, the line looks exactly how it's supposed to. The water's flowing really nice. Looks like we're coming up on either a turn or the main. Looks like we're coming up right into the main here, dropping in. And there is the sewer main. So, we made it all the way, and it's a pretty uneventful sewer inspection. That's exactly what we want to see. It's just solid water flow all the way out. No deep spots or anything where the line is dropped. It's got really good pitch on it, and so the water is doing pretty well. That's why you don't see any solids. It's kind of something that people think your sewer line's full of a bunch of junk. Most of the time this is exactly what it looks like. It's just empty. Most of the stuff that goes through it is just water. So it stays pretty clean. seams look really good, all the connections. See there, you can see the remnants of the glue at the turns, the little fittings that make the turns in the line. Back to the main now. Back to the clean out, excuse me. Here we are. So the line goes out the side of the house and turns and goes straight out. Kind of cuts across the front yard before it goes out to the main. Here we are, back out of the clean out again. Back in the drum. So it's exactly what we wanted to see. No issues whatsoever. Line had great pitch. Everything looked, all the seams, connections look nice and tight, and nothing really to report. The line looked great. So that'll end the inspection at 598 Twilight Lane in Sugarcreek Township, Ohio.